Hey, this is End of the Road Haunts, and today I am going to be talking about some animatronics that I think should probably return for Flashback Fridays in 2022. Now, obviously, not all of these are going to return at once. In fact, some of them may not even return. Two of them I'm almost certain will. But yeah. So, let's just get into the list. Firstly, let me just address the elephants in the room: Barnyard Butcher and Pumpkin Nestor. So, I mean, everybody wants these to return, so I'm pretty sure they will. Barnyard Butcher probably the one in store, and Pumpkin Nestor probably online. I'd absolutely love it if they returned. They're both great. It's kind of funny because the thing about returning props is I've never seen like too big a discourse over like Whack A Mole or Barnyard Butcher, but yet they randomly just get suggested and everyone wants them to come back. And I'm not saying that is a bad thing in the community. I mean, they are two really good props. Now, of course, New Ray Sun has rebranded to, I'm not even going to try and pronounce its name. So this is really awesome because that means that they could bring back Barnyard Butcher and a lot of other guys on this list. So, that's just really awesome. Um, yeah, of course, Pumpkin Nestor. We saw his picture in the themes last year. I'm really not sure why they brought Lil Nestor back instead. No hate to Lil Nestor. I mean, I ordered him even though, hate to hold a grudge, but I mean, I paid like upwards of $200 for him and he still isn't here. But, anyways, the next prop I think should return is the Harvester from, the classic Techie days. Now, obviously, he was very cheaply made back then, but I feel like Techie's quality is starting to increase a little bit, and he's just really cool. A good classic scarecrow. I mean, his phrases are simple, and he just looks kind of good. He's very versatile. You could display him using a stake or like on a wall. His sickle does look a little like cheap and is always bending, so that's kind of stupid, but you know, whatever. They'd probably fix it if he came back today. But cool prop, probably should return. The next one is Pop-Up Zombie. Now, I own this one, but I do quite like him. He's simple, his pop-up animation's pretty good. Now, I've heard the 2013 one's pretty bad, but the 2014 one's, like, I personally really enjoy having that. Simple animation, effective scare. I do think it should come back. And, anyways, the next one is from New Ray Sun as well, which is the Smoldering Zombie. I personally really like this one as well. I love 2015 as a year. I made an entire 20-minute video explaining why. You can go check that out if you want. I wouldn't be offended if you didn't, though, because it is, 20 minutes. But yeah, anyways, I just think the Smoldering Zombie's really cool. Like, he looks really good. He's certainly very creepy and disturbing looking. His his animation's good. He moves his arms and turns side to side. I feel like they could add mouth movement if they're to, bring him back. Like, I feel maybe a latex mouth or something, since they've done that with two scoops. Probably not, they shouldn't do that for Barnyard Butcher, but whatever. But, you know, he's a very cool looking prop. I love the smoke effects you can add on him, though. Like the fog seeping out of the, like, tears in his shirt and stuff. He just looks like a zombie that just came out of a house fire or, got a Molotov thrown on him. I don't know. That's the thing, though. You can make, like, a bunch of different stories with him in your haunts. I really love this one, and I think it should come back. So, this is probably one of the most certain I am on a list for which ones I want to come back. But, yeah. Anyways, the next one is also from New Ray Sun, and from the same year, The Harbinger of Hell. I think he's, a very good classic demon. Of course, I do feel like there are some common criticisms, which is that he's just, a red skeleton with, horns, which I can't see why, but he's pretty simple and, cool. I like his phrases personally. I do think if he comes back, they should add some more animation to him. maybe like a latex head because like his, mouth made clacking sounds all the time. But like he's a creepy idea. The way his like the color of his, flame like robe is really good. And I just think I think he's an effective prop. Now, if he does come back, I'd like them to maybe move a side to side animation of the head, or maybe like side to side with the pointer finger. But I think he's just a really effective prop, you know? So now on to the next one, which is the twitching banshee. Now, oh, again, it sold pretty well, so there would be an incentive for Spirit to bring her back. And she has a good animation, that's for sure. I always love the twitching animation, it's really creepy. Its audio is, blood curdling to say the least. Now, the only problem I'd have with it, and probably a lot of other people, is I remember specifically in stores, they'd have her volume too loud and she just wouldn't shut up. So it was always kind of, stressful back in the days for little old me. But, it's a cool prop, It looks really creepy for sure, sounds really creepy. Just if you were to get this, I'd recommend turning the volume down. And the next and final one I could see returning and would want to return is Little Skelly Bones. Now, this is probably one of, if not my favorite prop of all time. I really love the look of the head, It's just super classic YJ. Like, the creepy bloodshot eyes. It looks really good with his, skeleton hoodie. For some reason, I just have a big soft spot for swinging props. I don't know why. I just think they're, really neat. And also, they just do their best on swinging props, like Pumpkin Nestor, Lil Nestor, Menacing Molly. It's just a really cool prop, in my opinion. I love his phrases. They're, nice and Halloweeny, creepy, while still having the, kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but, I just really like him. I'm glad to get him when I did because he sold off the website soon. Would definitely recommend him. So yeah, that was the video. Like and subscribe if you're new. Comment down below which props you would like to see return in the future or this year. And I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.